So I get asked all the time where to find those big, huge gaining stocks. I mean, how do you find Palantir under $6 or AMD under $100 and many other stocks like that? Well, let's talk about what exactly to look for and where to find exactly that. But I got to be upfront with you guys right now. Although it is actually not complicated at all, it is not where you want to look, and it is absolutely not necessarily what you want to do either. So let's get you guys the answers today, right after you like the video, if you like getting the truth off the hype, because that's exactly what you get on the channel. And hey, it's kind of one of those things. We have to get down to the truth of the matter on this because we're all looking for that next Palantir, the next AMD, the next whatever stock that's about ready to go off. But where you're going to find it, where to find it, how to find it, and all that good stuff isn't exactly where you think it's going to be. Because finding that great stock, whatever stupid, crazy undervaluation, and right before you make a crazy run, where you find that, how do you identify that, is really hard to do. And I got it, guys. You guys are tired of chasing stocks. I don't blame you. We've all done it before. I'm done with my chasing days, trust me, but we all have done it before. So it's not a criticism there, but you want to know, how do I find them ahead of time and then build out a nice position and not have to worry? And then all of a sudden, before they take off, then they take off, and you can just basically sit back and relax instead of chasing. How the heck do you do that? Because chasing is what most people do, right? That's Wall Street's game. But that's not what we do on this channel right here. But just know, these are simple in concept, but most find it incredibly hard to actually do. So let's talk through all of them right now. Starting off with number one, and that is, you got to look where there is no hype. If everyone is talking about it, that is not where you find Palantir at $6, okay? Yes, I understand a lot of folks were all hyping up Palantir, in 2021, which was crazy high before creating all the way down to $6. And I got it. People were talking about it in between, right? Hey, it's down under 20. Buy it, buy the dip, right? And then when buy the dip didn't work and they kept getting lower, the hype slowly died away. So did the views on YouTube and everywhere else. And of course, it went away. And even if they were talking about the stock back then, it was negative, right? It wasn't positive talk. It was negative talk about stock. It was talking more about all the different things that could go wrong. What's wrong with the company right now? Why is Alex banging the table? Terrible CEO. No CEO ever bangs the table, right? That's the kind of talk around Palantir when it was down around $6. There's no to the moon projections, right? You're seeing to the moon projections all over the place for these various different stocks. And I'm not talking about, at the beginning of buy the dip type scenario. We're talking about as they're beaten down, right? You don't see too many to the moon projections on those style stocks. Those far outweigh the bullish points that get brought up, right? Sure, sometimes there's a bullish point here or there thrown in, but mostly talking about the bear points. So if you're chasing the latest hot stock that just made a big move up and you're wondering, should I buy more because it's going to the moon, or the stock is just basically all the rage everywhere and everybody's talking about it, you aren't looking in the right spot to find that gem at that price. Now, I'm not saying those can't be great plays too, but those aren't the next AMD under $100 or Palantir at $6. I'm sorry, that's just not where they're found. So for number two, basically Wall Street is out on the stock, and obviously retail sentiment is negative as well, right? The sector's out of favor. All Wall Street's price targets keep moving down. That right there is when I'm kind of cued off. Hey, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing there, because Wall Street is not liking the stock, right? Obviously they don't care about valuation. They don't care about anything else. That's how come whenever, Tesla in 2021 can be at over $400 per share, everybody just, price target's now 480, right? And then magically their price targets all fell as Tesla fell all the way down to around $100 or so. That's the game that they're playing. So whenever I see, sectors out of favor and all the price targets moving down, well, that right there can kind of be a tip off that maybe there's something to look at. Now, maybe it's for a very good reason, right? Like earnings are declining, something actually, negative about the actual company. But typically it's just simply that's not where the money is. And of course, let's look right at retail as well. Us, what we're looking at, right? The comments I see routinely whenever I'm finding that next Palantir at $6, or, Google last year, right in the, low 100s or whatever the case was, is the comments whenever I talk about those stocks are saying things like, it's dead money. Don't waste your money. What a terrible company. Oh, it isn't going anywhere. And they pull up all these goofy charts, or sometimes they pull up a chart from 10 years ago and somehow try to compare that to buys now. I don't know, all kinds of goofy stuff like that. Or I could have bought, this stock over here and made a lot of money, or I'm unsubscribing for you because you never pick stocks that go to the moon anymore, or, things of that nature. All of those were a good chunk of comments while we were buying Palantir below $10, rinse and repeat for more than a year. And obviously under 30 for more than 3 years, right? Same with Meta at $80, seeing those same exact comments. And even last year with Google in the low 100s Same comments, same commentary, same everything. And SoFi, obviously, whenever it was in the fours as well. I know we got a lot of SoFi fans here on the channel. Wasn't really a popular stock whenever I talked about it when it was back in the fours, which of course was a great time to buy. All I heard was that it's dead money. I could have done this or that and made more. I'm not following you anymore and all that sort of stuff like that, which is okay. Everybody can do what they want. That's not a problem. I'm not saying I'm the best out there or anything else of that nature. But I know when I start seeing that stuff in my comments, I start to feel good about my stock picks, especially, actually only if I see this next point, and that is the stock price is down, but fundamentals are up. So I got all this negative commentary. There's no hype around the stock whatsoever. Retail's out, Wall Street's out, the price is down, but the fundamentals are up. That's the dream scenario. I want that scenario to go on as long as possible because 100% of the time, stocks always return back up to fair value if those fundamentals continue to improve. That is exactly how you find those type scenarios to where it just seems like a stock comes out of nowhere, but it doesn't, right? Stock price is down, fundamentals are up, and yeah, we got one more point to go here, but whenever I see this, stock price down, fundamentals going up, that is the dream setup for a long-term buy and hold investor. It means I can buy more shares cheaper, which is exactly what I want to do, right? I don't want to have an average on Palantir despite incredible earnings of $180 per share. I want an average of Palantir, under $20 per share or under $10 per share, right? That's exactly what you want. If I gave you Palantir's earnings today and told you the price was, $500 or the price was $10, I'd be excited about the $10 one. But unfortunately, most people judge a stock, whether it's good or bad, based upon stock price. So therefore, they would want it at $500 because that had to mean it was good, right? That to me is wrong. Fundamentals are up. That's where I want to be. Stock price being down, that just means I'm getting a bigger discount, which just means more money made long term, not short term, guys, long term. And that kind of leads me to this next point. And the last place where you find the next great stock at severely under prices is where nobody is worried about 10xing this year. Okay. If you're thinking long term, you will find that next explosive stock that seems to double up out of nowhere, or 5x out of nowhere, or 10x out of nowhere. So what do I mean by that? I understand that doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. Let me see if I can make sense here out of it, all right? We'll just start with a really basic example, okay? We all had almost 3 years to buy Palantir under $25 and more than a year to buy it under $10. If you were worried about 10xing your money in the next couple of months or chasing whatever the hot stock was at the time, you were severely disappointed. But I wasn't looking for a 10x then. Obviously, I didn't see the 2,000% run coming that we got in Palantir there. All I was looking at was for that undervalued stock, that undervalued gem at a really cheap price. And hey, I didn't care if I got it this year or next year as the fundamentals continue to improve. I knew it would eventually return back to fair value because that happens 100% of the time in the history of the stock market, right? Similar journey with AMD and many other great stocks that have just seemingly exploded out of nowhere. They really didn't, guys. They all followed these and they all had these 4 things happen or these 4 things in common in order for them to explode up like that. And of course, if you want to see specifically what we're targeting right now, learn how to do due diligence on a stock so you can identify a great price on a stock, be able to set price targets, get free coaching, free courses. I got something crazy coming from my group too. It's going to be absolutely free to group members. Check out the pinned comment. It may live something special down there for those of you guys stuck around that long for my group where you get all that. You get free courses, free coaching, the best 6, 7, and 8 figure Discord out there, guys. So much involved. Check out the pinned comment, see if a membership's right for you. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.